Hello and welcome to another Reason Skeptic video. Today I'll be attacking the claim that atheism has become anti-theism and whatever other claims G-Man makes today.
Atheism on YouTube is all but dead. Let me explain why. And when I say atheism, I'm talking about this lack of a belief in a god or a gods. Those arguments don't exist no more here on YouTube. They're all but dead. The only arguments that we hear now is people going after God's morality. They're saying that how can you worship a God that would flood the entire earth? How can you worship a God that would destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? How can you worship a God that would condone slavery or condone rape? These are the arguments made by the so-called atheist community, but they're not the atheist community no more. They're the anti-theist community. They look at religion as being something that is harmful to society, and they want to get rid of it. They don't want it in government. They don't want it in your local governments. They don't want it in your schools. They barely want you practicing it in your own home.
Atheism is still a lack of a belief in a god or gods. Anti-theism is something different. It's believing that religion is detrimental to society. And for the record, I am an atheist and an anti-theist. Because again, the two are separate. I believe that religion is damaging to our physical safety and intellectual growth. Look at terrorist groups like ISIS and Al Qaeda. They may make up an extremely small portion of the world's 1.6 billion Muslims, but the atrocities that these people have been committed in the name of their God, and the horror and bloodshed will be remembered for a long, long time. As far as damaging our intellectual growth goes, in Canada and the US, many conservative Christian parents are insisting that creationism or intelligent design be taught alongside, or less commonly, instead of evolution, as though they have equal merit, which they do not. One is a belief from a 3,000-year-old book, and the other comes from years and years of scientific discussion, research, testing, and retesting until over 90% of the scientists are in support of evolution. As for not wanting you to practice your religion in your own home, I don't particularly care what you do in your own home. Sure, in an ideal world, religion wouldn't be a thing, but we will get there, one educated mind at a time.
If you ever want to see the truthfulness of this, have a conversation with an atheist about indoctrination and should children be indoctrinated.
No, they shouldn't.
With the beliefs that you have concerning God. I'm not saying this to be proud or to be puffed up, but again, atheism on YouTube is dead. So what do we do about the anti-theism that's on YouTube? First of all, we got to get these atheists to see that they're anti-theists because they're lying to themselves when they say that they're atheists. If you ask an atheist why he's an atheist, they'll claim they have a lack of a belief in a God or a gods, but ask them which God do they have a lack of a belief in. 90% of the time, it's either the God of Islam or the God of the Bible. And we all know by now that you can't make the jump to atheism by rejecting the God of the Bible. You still got other religions to deal with.
So I didn't believe it when he said that an atheist told him that he only didn't believe in the Islamic and Christian gods. So I went on a little journey to find the man in question. And guess what? I found him. Obviously, a real atheist would never say that. Otherwise, he wouldn't, by definition, be an atheist. If you believe in even one god, that makes you a theist. As an atheist, I lack a belief in any god, and so do all other atheists for the most part. And that's usually the only thing that you can guarantee any atheist will have in common with another.
And you can't do that with Islam either. You still got other gods to deal with. Get yourself educated, define what these gods are to these atheists, and you'll find out they got a big problem with the Abrahamic gods. The rest of the gods out there that exist, well, they don't got a lot to say about it because they're not educated about it.
We may not be familiar with the doctrines of other religions, such as the Hindu gods, but we know that they don't exist. And the reason we have a problem with the Abrahamic gods primarily is because they are more prevalent here in North America. Over here, we have over 376 million Christians alone. Atheists in North America receive more criticisms from Christians, so therefore that's where we focus most of our attention. Not to mention that many atheists here were once Christian themselves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at ReasonSkeptic and check out my blog. Links in the description.